Welcome to our Paramotor Nation. Paramotor Nation is sponsored by Lone Star Paramotor. Lone Star Paramotor provides foot launch classes, trike training classes, transition to trike classes, and confidence builder classes near San Antonio, Texas. They are a US PPA certified flight school as well as an Aviator PPG Alliance partner. One Up Adventures and ParamotorProps.com. They love to share their passion for paramotoring and adventure. They also supply the world's best carbon fiber propellers to US paramotor pilots at extremely competitive prices with fast and free shipping. Wisconsin Flight Sports. It is their goal to provide a safe, affordable, fun, and accessible training program to individuals interested in entering powered paragliding. Fly PPG Discovered Powered Paragliding. They are exclusive Midwest importer and distributor of adventure paramotors, trikes, and wings. All of their training is done on their private, highly manicured airfield located on a 48-acre farm. Fly My PPG. They are a US PPA certified Aviator PPG Alliance school offering personalized paramotor training, customized motors, paragliders, and service repairs. Wicked Wings Logo. Get a customized logo for your glider in one or multiple colors. Email Craig Taylor for more information. Aviator Paramotor. Aviator Paramotor offers a unique, service-based method of learning to fly, focused specifically on the individual student. Aviator Paramotor offers a vast array of top-quality paramotors, paragliders, and more. PPG Lights. PPG lights are a great way to have fun at twilight on your paramotor, impress your friends, and fly legally during twilight with the strobe pattern which is included. PPG lights come with a whopping 45 unique patterns, and most of them can be adjusted to create even more variety. Be sure to check out our website at www.ourparamotornation.com to see all upcoming episodes as well as the past ones. Check out all of our sponsors and so much more resources available to you. And now, let's get started with this week's episode of Our Paramotor Nation. What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to Our Paramotor Nation, and I apologize for this past hour if anybody happened to see that there was some craziness going around, and I think I went live 2 or 3 different times. And Dave's telling me that the the YouTube is giving him some trouble too, so hopefully we're out of the woods and everybody's great. I am so excited for our guest tonight. Navid Saleki from Fly Products is joining us. And Navid, you can turn your screen on if you'd like. We're going to get to Navid in just a second. I want to thank all of our sponsors. First of all, you just heard them all right there. One of our sponsors, Fly My PPG, I was able to go up and spend a couple days at their place this past week. Got to hang out with Todd from Resurgence PPG, as well as former guests of our show, Greg Anthony Hures and Cynthia Lecomte. So it was great to see them. Dave Trike Flyer is here, and I know you've got something very special just recently this past couple of days from one of our sponsors.
Yeah, I'm super excited. PPG lights. Mike out there went ahead and sent me a pair of those lights. I got to play with them in the bedroom this evening, and I wanted to put them on my trike and go for a quick flight, but we have the show, and I also promised I would do an unboxing and installation series on it. So, but I'll tell you what, man, when I shut the lights off in there,
Get a little mood lighting going, I guess.
Oh yeah, it was pretty incredible. So super special. Big shout out to our sponsor PPG Lights for that.
Don Ripman Ryden, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Excited to be here. I can't. I'm glad Fly Products is here. I'm glad to hear what Navid has to say about all the new stuff they got coming out, or that they have out.
I'm excited too, but I do want to mention one thing. We've actually got guests lined up for the next 3 weeks after tonight. Next week, I don't know if anybody knew this. It was kind of kept quiet. I just found out about this the other day. Larry DeChico from Para Orange Products. He got into an accident about 2 weeks ago. He is recovering. He's not able to play his guitar yet, and he's not able to fly yet. I'm not going to talk about any of that. Just keep him in your prayers as he recovers, but he's going to be talking about that. You know, fortunately, something very unique and different about this year from past year and this past year, and that is that I don't recall. I'm not a superstitious person. If you are, you can go ahead and knock on wood. I just feel like we're very blessed that there hasn't been any casualties that I know of, and very few injuries this past year. So that's wonderful. So, you know, Larry said, hey, yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about what happened and what I did wrong, and hopefully that prevents someone else from getting hurt. So he'll be on next week. the following week after that, and I saw Sean Nasker just started asking who's coming up to the Dave Purdon fly-in. Dave Purdon is going to be joining us in 2 weeks from tonight to talk about the fly-in. It's his 21st fly-in. I mean, that's some serious longevity when it comes to flying. I know for me and everybody on this panel, no one's been flying that long on this panel, or even our guest hasn't been flying that long. So that's pretty cool. He's going to be talking about that. And then the week after that, I've got Jeff Goins scheduled to come in. He's going to be talking about
New Paramotor Bible.
Edition 6 for the Powered Paragliding Bible, the things that make it unique and why you need to get this one as well. So we got some good shows lined up, but I am
just as long as we can get the 1 minute airspace talk.
Yeah, that's always a fun time.
Airspace in 1 minute.
Yep.
We have Navid here. I am extremely excited to have Navid because in learning more and more about Navid, I realize he's probably, if not the number one, but one of the top coolest people in the world from everything that he does. No pressure.
Don't make me blush. Don't make me blush.
Well, let me read a couple accolades here. Okay. Mora Cup winner. What year was that? Do you know?
That was early 2008-ish. 7.
BMX bike freestyle world champion, first place in 2008. London Vibes. Is that BMX also?
Yeah, that's BMX. I did that one. Actually between 2 business meetings. Friday, I was at a company for my work. And then in the weekend, I did the competition. And Monday, I had a company visit in another.
And that right there alone can make you one of the coolest people in the world. The European Championship downhill, that was 2018. Let's just say he competed. didn't get first, but pretty close to it. Adventure Pilot Omen Paramotor Tour 2018. But the most important accolade that Navid has just happened a couple weeks ago. He's a new daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. So actually, I just woke up to give milk some 30 minutes ago. So
me and Navid's son had a little chat this afternoon saying you need to make sure your daddy is up by 2:30 in the morning so he could be on the show at 3 a.m. for us here in America. So really, I am so grateful that you made that sacrifice to come on and talk about fly products. I particularly am excited about fly products. If anybody has heard me talk in previous episodes or seen some of my videos, you've seen how excited I've been this past year at the Palm Bay Fly-In. Eric from Aviator let me fly a rider, and I loved it. And I flew out to the ocean. It was amazing. It was such a comfortable paramotor to fly. I loved it. And then just a couple weeks ago, I got to go up in a tandem on the Flash Cruiser with Travis Burns from One Up Adventures. Also, both of them are both sponsors of the show. And last week, I placed an order for a rider with a Moster 185, a Flash Cruiser with the tandem setup, and I'll be getting some training here with Travis Burns in the next, hopefully, couple weeks or next 2 months.
Oh, Dave!
Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations! Wow. And I can say that your trike is on the production floor.
I can't wait for the summer holiday to be over in Italy and get it shipped out.
Yeah.
Sweet, buddy. So. First of all, I mean, I gave you a couple achievements there I talked about, but what else do we need to know about Navid? I know you've been flying, I want to say since 2008? No.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, 2008.
No, less.
2012. I think you started in 2008, I read. Okay. So tell us a little bit about how you got into paramotoring first and what got you to this and your title with Fly Products. That'd be great to know.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for having us on the show, Fly Products, but also me. It's very exciting to be kind of part and to be also on the show on another continent, because really when I talk about paramotoring with people, I do notice that the world is big. Like there is a whole different world in America, different names. So it's really exciting to be kind of there with you guys, talking with you and hear what you have to say. So thanks for that. And about how I got into the sport is first, I'm an adrenaline freak. I like extreme sports.
I mentioned the BMX, but there's more to you too. I know there's mountain climbing, right?
Yeah.
Skiing?
snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
Yeah.
Why don't we just start off with what you don't do? That might be a faster conversation. No, go ahead. Take it away.
I haven't tried chess yet. No, so I saw a video of Jeb Corliss. He's a professional wingsuit flyer on YouTube, and I was just about to hit the like button, but then I thought, no, don't click like, do it. So then, from my BMX riding, I had a chance to do a BMX show in San Francisco for the iFly company that have an indoor skydiving. iFly. So then by doing a show for them, they paid me in 60 minutes of airtime, tunnel time. So
Nice.
yeah.
I've
So
been in iFly, and 1 minute, 2 minutes is expensive. 60 minutes is awesome.
Yeah. So then I hooked up with one of America's best skydivers and swoop winners, champs. TJ Landgren, and I gave him 15 minutes for him to train, and the rest of the time he and Katie Hansen they taught me how to skydive kind of indoor, and then we took it to Skydance in Davis where I was jumping. So I did skydiving, then I did tandem paragliding, but skydiving is too short. Not too much of a thrill, to be honest. Paragliding was super beautiful, but quite difficult to do because all the conditions and locations has to be spot on. And then actually, like 15 minutes away from my home, there is an airfield where they do skydiving, and I see those butt fans buzzing around, and I thought, don't they land? And so then I went there. I met the guy, the instructor, Raffaele Benetti, a very good pilot, and he started teaching me, and since then I got hooked. That's when I dropped the downhill riding because they need early mornings. So since then I started flying paramotoring, and it's so beautiful.
When did you get hooked up with Fly Products?
Then, as I was in that airfield where Fly Products have their Paramotor center, where they test their products, but also let people try them. I spoke with the production manager, and he kind of said, gave a hint to the company owner, Enrico Benigni, like, hey, maybe we could use this guy. He speaks English. He's a mechanical engineer, and he likes flying. So let's try him. So then that's how I got into Fly Products. And I already planned to do that transition to start working with one of my passions after a trip in Oman. I did an adventure trip together with other pilots in Oman 2 years ago, and where I met pilots flying for work. So that's where I understood I had to do the same. So sadly enough, some days I have to leave the company to go and test fly a new throttle, for example, or a new harness, or see if the size is good. So I have to fly for work. That's terrible.
So let me get this straight real quick. You have to wake up in the morning, go fly, get paid for it, and fly some of the most innovative things, on the cutting edge of paramotoring.
Yeah, always new gear, so I have to adapt, and yeah. I try to get through the days.
You have the dream job, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no. So I like my job, and it's a great company, Fly Products, and the product. Also being a pilot, I like their products.
So I know Fly Products has a very rich, long history. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the company owner, who is still the owner today, is Enrico Vignini. He started flying. His father was actually a military pilot, so he had some aviation in his family. And he started flying paragliding in Castelluccio, which is about 1 hour from where he lives, in a very known, in the paragliding scene at least, a very famous place in Europe. He started flying Delta gliders. and paragliding. And then later in the 90s, no, late 80s, he discovered paramotoring in France. And he thought, oh, maybe we can produce some as well, because it was so hard to get them. So he thought maybe it's easier to produce them. And Italy is full of small engine manufacturers. So in early 90s, he did a company called Fly Castelluccio, which was where he started flying with some friends. And after that, they split up and he started Fly Products early 90s, where they started making like 10 units, and they tried to sell them just to break even, kind of, because they wanted to fly. That was the aim. And from there, the trikes also kind of took off at the same time. So that's where the Flash cruiser was actually born. It was one of the first trikes. It was called Flash, and it was a single seater. And after that, Fly Products have just grown. They have grown with the pilots and with the requests, and their know-how comes from all the experience throughout the years, and being open-minded to try new things, even if they are silly, crazy, unnecessary, over the top, etc. But that have kind of helped Fly Products to tune in to a very nice piece of equipment that we see they make today.
Yeah, you know, anybody that knows me knows that I buy for quality, because I always believe that price is what you pay, value is what you get. So when I got to experience Fly Products, it was just a quick connection for me. I really like the product. I also like companies, whether you're selling a window. I seem to say that every single day in my daily life. If you're selling a window or a microphone or a pyramid, I like companies that have been around, that have proven that they can stand the test of the time, that they're not going to be in business one day and out of business another day, that they're going to be there to support you. So what do you think is the thing more than anything else that differentiates Fly Products from other paramotor companies and their gear?
Yeah, I think the main principle of how Fly Products started. They started with passion, and they are still working with passion today. Or I can say we are still working with passion today, but as it was a long time ago, they started with passion, and still today they work for passion. It's not really main profit. It's not one of the companies that are the strongest in marketing. They are not pushing, but we see that our quality and our passion is the one that have lasted. And on the work floor, we can even see like 15-year-old paramotors that can today still be mounted onto our latest model trikes.
Wow.
So if you treat your gear good, you can still use it today. And high hang point paramotors, which I don't know if you have in America because it's so old, but those can still today be upgraded to low hang points without buying a new paramotor. You just buy new pivot arms and an attachment strap to your harness, your old harness. Of course, we try to promote to buy the new equipment, but our customers, they can still upgrade to the latest. And when I went to Aviator, it's funny, Mike Brown, before he kind of shook my hand, he wanted to show me what he had in the container. And he had a super old Flash cruiser with the old Simonini Mini 3 engine. And it was kind of the Cadillac of Aviator there. And he said it still runs, it still works, and it brings me up. And Mike Brown is a big guy, and he takes up big guys, and that piece of equipment is still working. So
One of my favorite guys, who's also a big supporter of Resurgence PPG, who's in the chat right now, his name is Craig Taylor, and Craig has a Flash cruiser and absolutely loves it and raves about it all the time, which was a great endorsement and really had a profound well, it wasn't profound because I was already loving the Fly products, but it really helped me to just solidify that decision to go ahead and move forward with that purchase. So I want to just share with you this because you're right. You mentioned that, it's not a marketing machine, Fly products. And I think more and more people should know in our country here in the United States should know more about Fly products and give it a look when you're considering, is this going to be the first motor I get or the next motor I get, or motor I get. And, we all talk about it that one day we're all going to end up in a trike, whether a foot launcher or not. So my background is I started off in a trike with a Fresh Breeze Monster. I also have an Atom 80 on a Maverick Parajet. And so I love foot launching. I enjoy triking, but really, and this comes, the Flash Cruiser, I want to talk about that because this was, for me, everything I wanted. And that's why I'm so excited to get it, because I wanted to foot launch. I love foot launching. But from the very beginning, before I even saw my first, JP saying my volume's down a little bit. I'm going to turn my volume up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. Before I even saw my first paramotor outside of a video, my thought was, boy, I sure would love to take my family up with me and fly with them. And even today, even when even just this past weekend, I would land and I'd call my wife and say, oh, baby, I flew over this river and I foot dragged for the first time. And then I went up and let me show you the pictures of this gorgeous sunset. Pictures just don't do it, words. I got to get you up there with me. So the idea of being able to have a paramotor that I could foot launch in a matter of 5 minutes, attach it to a trike that could be a 1-seater or a 2-seater, it's the best of all worlds for me.
Yeah.
I know I just talked a lot and I don't like to talk over my guests. Usually I want...
No. I'm listening. I'm as excited as you are.
Yes, David, that's exactly what I want to hear. So we do have a question from the chat. First question came from the chat. And this person says, who is your favorite American female pilot?
Okay. So there is a strong accent on American. Well, I only know my favorite half American, half Italian, half alien pilot, which would be Leah Castello.
Leah who?
Leah Castello.
Catulo. Well, maybe Italy is Castello.
Catulo.
And then of course I have to give my respect out to Helena Nieminen, Finnish slalom freestyle awesome person pilot, and Emilia Plack for her awesome accent and great pictures.
Awesome. On top of, we're going to switch from just for a second from Fly Products because you are a team pilot for who else?
BGD.
Yeah. How did that happen?
How that happened was that I was in search of a wing. I tried the whole lineup of Ozone, but to spend all the money on one wing, I thought it has to be the wing. And there was always something I was missing. And then funny enough, this funny looking, not serious looking kind of wing turned up in the airfield. It was the Luna 2 from BGD. And I thought, hey, let's give it a try. You have to try everything. I gave it a try. It came up, it flew, it was dynamic. It was actually everything I was looking at that time in a wing. And since then, I got it. And till today, I'm super happy with the Luna 2 lineup of wings. They have some new things, exciting news coming that I cannot talk about. And since then, I stuck with them. I asked them to become a test pilot. Now I'm a team pilot, and it's a good company and a great team.
Well,
they are what the wings looks like. Full stop.
They are so cool. Actually, I was showing my wife a picture of it. She goes, "Oh, they're so pixelated. I love it. They're so colorful. They're awesome." And at Fly My PPG, all the students were using them, so they were a kick out of them and really enjoyed them a lot.
I'm a former owner of a BGD. Yeah, great gliders.
Yep. Yeah. John, you're a former owner of every glider.
Oh, stop it.
Any gliders you haven't owned yet. So there was a question in the chat from Sean Nasker saying, can we show some of the products on the show and some of the difference? And it's funny, Sean, that you asked that because we had talked about doing that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to come over to this screen share right here. Hopefully you can see it. Yes?
It started, but it can't see. There you go. Now you can see it.
Great. So what we have here, we've got two different, we're gonna look at the Paramotors, and Navid, I'm gonna let you talk us through this, and I can just scroll up and down. You can tell us the difference. Obviously the motors are different things, but I would like to know what are the difference between the different motors, and then we're gonna switch over to the trikes, and who is the right pilot, or what characteristics of a pilot should fit each of these Paramotors as well as the trikes. Take it away.
Yeah. So first of all, in the past years, we have slimmed down a lot on frames, models, engines, etc., just to simplify things for everyone. So we ended up with two models, which is the Rider and the Eclipse. The Rider Paramotors is our classic paramotor that is also mountable on our small trikes. So the Fox and the Flash Cruiser, we will get to later. They look very like the design is very classic paramotor, let's say. They are not exotic like the Parajet, but the purpose for that is that they have to be functional and also mountable to our trikes. And as I said before, if you buy something today, we want you to use it over 10 years, for example. So
Question.
they have to be interchangeable.
Obviously, the M80 is a very light motor. With the Eclipse, what is the total weight of the Eclipse? Because I know that's
that one is crazy. I don't know in pounds, but it's 18.3 kilograms.
John Ripa?
I'm sorry.
18.3 kilograms to pounds?
Oh gosh, I can't do that fast. I'm in the chat. Sorry.
Around 40, 42 pounds, I believe.
Yeah,
that's like my fat cat weight right there.
Yeah, I'll get to that one in the end, because that's the true flying in the end.
Right. Go ahead.
So the Rider comes in Atom 80, viterati, the Monster 185, and the Tor 250 Polini engine.
Mm-hmm.
It is the difference between the Rider and the Eclipse is that the Rider have slightly larger diameter of metal, aluminium. Both our paramotors are aluminium, welded in-house, and they are, I would say, they are good for schools, good for cross-country flying, and for kind of the one butt landing. A little bit. And then we have the Eclipse, which is it is about 1 year old model now, 1.5 year, yeah. And this one was just designed with lightweight in mind. So heavy dutiness, forget about it, but lightweight, it's one of the lightest in the market if you consider also what material it's made of. It's not carbon fiber or titanium. No, it is aluminium. And as I said, it has slightly thinner tubing to reduce the weight. The harness is very lightweight. It's, I would say, a minimalistic paramotor. So for the...
What I'm hearing, you want maybe a more, I don't want to use the word, a smaller pilot, maybe some petite ladies. This would be a great motor for them. Or maybe someone that's a very versed and experienced pilot who's not prone to many accidents.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say, I would dare to suggest the Eclipse to the student that do not butt land and that listen to the instructor and learn, like the open-minded pilot that is good, let's say. And to the ladies.
John Rittman's out then.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's making fun of me. He's making fun of me.
Yeah, we'll get to the heavy-duty trikes in a bit. 1 minute, sir.
There are some options on these as well too. Like I'm looking at the Rider, and the Rider can come in a single ring or a double ring. So you can change a little bit up. I know I made my purchase with the double ring because I'm going to be flying it with the Trike, and I wanted to just have more strength as those lines are pulling up from the A-line assist as well.
Yeah,
I really like the lines on those. Really, really like the line on it.
I must say I kind of like it, because in the end I told my boss yesterday about this this show tonight, And he said, "Oh, can you make it? Because it's a little bit early." Yeah, I can make it. And then I said that it's not rocket science, paramotoring. I mean, now in order to make something really new and a game changer, I think we had to go electric or something, but really it's so simple. So also with design, it's hard to make it better. We can only make it easier and more reliable, but then again, it is, I think we have reached the nice top.
Yeah. Let's you want to move into
Yeah.
the you ready?
So, yeah. First, I want to say for who it is. So also, I wanted to go back to the ladies. The Eclipse is really good for women because women learn to fly really good. So it is a safe choice. And then like a bad, let's say a bad crash landing, no paramotor can take it.
Right.
So
How fast, if you do have an accident, how fast can you get new parts shipped over?
to America, the shipping time is a little bit longer, but here in Europe, at least, once it's paid, we can ship it out the same day because we have all the parts or pre-assemblies. We have it on the shelf.
Now, with that being said, I'll let you go ahead and say who the distributor in America is.
Yeah, that is not. Now I was gonna make a joke, but no, that is Aviator PPG.
Right.
And Aviator have a big stock of our parts.
That's what I was going to suggest. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready to go to the trikes? Was there any, Dave and John, was there any questions before I move on to the trikes in regards to the paramotors, not to anything?
Yeah, not. Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say on the Ryder Thor 250, do you happen to have the approximate kilo weight on that empty weight?
Let me think. Yeah, that one was empty weight. I think, if I'm not wrong, it is 26 or 28 kilos.
Okay. I'm curious about that. I fly a Polini 250 on one of my trikes, and it's a rocket. It's an absolute rocket.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it'd be like to foot launch that. And I was curious about the dry weight on it because coupled with like Flash Cruiser, of course, you'd have the availability to pop that off, throw it on your back, or go ahead and go do a tandem. So,
yeah, I know some national teams. They have their own physiotherapists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if you put it on your back, you might need that later on.
Yeah.
Because it's heavy equipment, but it will sure push you.
Oh, I'll tell you what, my trike with the 250 on it, I get off the ground with just about 60% throttle. You don't dare go full on takeoff. It's just, it'll climb out too hard.
I asked Travis Burns, I said, would I be able to foot launch with a Thor 250? And he said, if you were a real man, you would be able to. He goes, but neither one of us are, so neither one of us can.
Yeah. No, it's not heavy, but having it for a long time on your shoulders, it will kind of wear you down a little bit.
So that basically at 28 kilos is 61.72 pounds. That's phenomenal. That thrust to weight must be amazing.
Casey Moore wants to know, is the Helix prop or E-prop, does that come standard?
We are dealing in Helix. Helix standard. We do put our stickers on, but it is a Helix prop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Jeff would like to know, does Fly Products make a 4-cycle paramotor?
4-stroke? No, not at this point. No.
Okay.
We are also like we tend to develop and move with the engine manufacturers because we need their support and their reliability to keep you up in the air.
Very good. Are you ready to go to the trikes?
Yes, sir.
There's a lot to talk about with trikes because there's a lot of trikes, and we want to make sure that you're getting the right one that's made for you. So let's go over to it's coming on up. There it is. All right. You want to walk us through, and you just tell me where you want me to scroll on this page for you.
Yeah, let's start from the bottom. So we'll go from small trikes to big trikes. Okay, so here we have the Foxy Trike. The Foxy Trike is considered a mini trike, where you can just pop on your paramotor, your rider paramotor, and then go flying without doing foot launch. This is great if you just have a little knee injury, or you have twisted your ankle last week and you still want to go and fly. This one will get you up. It weighs about 9 kilograms. So that would be, I think, 20 pounds.
And I think you don't have to be a small person, because I believe our buddy and former guest of the show, Ross Gasaway, has a Foxy because he had a bad knee injury, I believe it was. And so now he's Foxy.
Yeah, true. Although our Foxes are made for our rider paramotors, because there are different attachment points. We have a very quick assembly system, which is specially made for our paramotors with our trikes. So if you would decide to put some other kind of paramotor on it, I have to warn you, warranty will not be considered, and your flight experience might change. It will be totally experimental. So we have the mini trike, and then entering kind of the real, I would say the real trike, is the Flash Cruiser. The Flash Cruiser is a foldable, single, but also two-seater trike. And it is
there. Okay, so there's a bigger picture of it with a single seat right there.
Exactly. And
so I'll let you talk about this, but this is so impressive here.
Yeah. This really goes into your car.
Oh yeah.
Like in my Ford Focus, it enters.
And this is exactly why I'm looking at these type of trikes with the traveling. I travel 10,000 miles a year all around the United States, and this is something that really struck me, because bringing one of my trikes doesn't break down. It's hard to do. So
because this is about the size of a pop-up canopy that you would take to a fly-in right there. That's how small it is. Everything you need right there. And it takes about 5 minutes to get the whole thing set up with the motor on it. And there it is with the two seats right there, the tandem configuration.
Yeah. And this is like, just to take someone up, this is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I do say this is not a workhorse, but if you want to take your wife up, your sister, your child, whoever, this is so easy.
I don't think I would ever want to take my sister up, but that's cool. Maybe somebody else does.
Well, you saw the first picture. You can also drop people.
That is true.
No. I'm sorry, sister. Yeah, so that is the Flash Cruiser. And after Flash Cruiser, I think we are going towards the Vertigo.
Yes, Vertigo's right here.
Yeah, the Vertigo, the name, a little bit daily facts. The Vertigo the name was thought of the sister of Enrico. She does not fly, and it does not have anything to do with the oscillation of flying, but it's called Vertigo. This is a very low base, not low base. It has a very low center of gravity and a super wide wheelbase. So this is great equipment to teach with. When I went to Aviator, we used this one with a covered case on the back of the cage. So it would be almost impossible to get lines in to break the lines. We worked with a smaller prop, 125, and we had a kind of a stinger mounted that when the pilot, if he would or flip over or take off, the stinger would leave the ground and kill the engine. So that one is really good for schooling.
I saw that when we was at the Palm Bay fly-in. Aviator had that set up too. That's very cool. Very safe to learn on.
Yeah. And also, as it's only a single seater, you will have your cockpit. It's a very safe trike, let's say. And there you can...
What is this right here?
That's a cockpit where you can have USB, you can have the cigarette socket kind of,
yes.
GPS, altitude meter, RPM.
Dave's got to have a cigarette while he's flying. That's important.
Yeah.
Man, if
And
you've ever
this one-
tried smoking a cigarette in the air, I'm telling you what, it's near impossible.
Well, it depends which wing you're flying.
Well, yeah.
No, and also this trike, the Vertigo, is the last model that has the possibility to mount a rider paramotor. But then you would not use the hoop, the cage.
Okay.
And you can also use it with we call a quick. How do we call it? A quick like quick release mount, where you only have where the engine is on a mount.
Okay.
So you only put on the engine. You don't have the rider paramotor.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is more this isn't as like the Flash Cruiser where it's versatile. This is, hey, I'm going to stick that motor on there. Just the rest of them, all the remaining 6.
Yeah, that's when you have reached a certain age. No, I don't want to talk age because trike is for everyone. It's a lot of fun. But that is when you are dedicated to trike flying.
Yeah, because you're not going to break this down. It's probably a wider wheel. So I kind of measured.
It is. This one you can break down. It's all with push pins, and it will fold in the legs.
Okay, it looks like at least the next 2 that I see right here, those will fold in as well, like the Flash Cruiser.
Yeah, the Senator will. Yeah. And then now going from Vertigo to Zenith, that's when you kind of decide you're gonna stick with the trike. And the Zenith we often sell with the Tor 250, and we have done some personal projects with other engines. But this one usually comes with the Tor 250, and I can say that from this level on, you can consider doing commercial flights, a little bit cross country, out in the bush, land, uneven terrain, where the trike will also be able to take it.
So, Navid, one of the things that you didn't mention that I noticed on every one of these, well, at least the first, the trikes up to the echolight, is you have a spare or an additional fuel tank as well. I believe, is that a 4 liter? No,
no, that is
4 gallon.
4 gallon. It's 17-liter tank.
Right. So you got an additional tank in addition to whatever motor that you're putting on here as well.
Exactly.
The Flash Cruiser, you've got an additional tank plus your tank on your paramotor as well.
Yeah, but I've understood that in America you have a limit. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that much.
Okay, so for the criminals, all our paramotors can have even a double tank setup behind the seat. So not only 1 but 2, and then if you go with a Vertigo, you get the one from the Paramotor as well. Just for the criminals, for the record.
So let me ask you this: if I fly with a 6-liter belly bag routinely, when I'm doing some long flight, I could hop in my trike and have a 4-gallon main tank, a 4-gallon engine tank, and a 6-liter belly bag. If I was flying in Mexico.
Yes, if you were gonna fly over the border and you want to reach far, then I would. But you can. So the tank on the Flash Cruiser that is mounted on the trike, you can get double of that one.
But
so you can even get further into Mexico.
But you need to remove that before you break it down, correct?
Yes, correct. Okay. Because that's the point where it's gonna fold down.
Fold down.
Is that easy to get in and out?
Yeah, push pin.
Okay.
Push pin and a Velcro.
So for a person like me that did not order that, is that something that can be ordered later?
Of course, even in 10 years.
All right, good. I love that. It's like Legos. You can keep adding more and more to these.
Yeah.
All right, continuing.
Then from the Zenith, this is where the trike starts getting very robust and strong, very interesting. And as I said, this one you can also safely do. You can easily do commercial flights, and a lot of them. Then we come up to echolight, which today is the Echo 2 Lite. And this is the first in our two big trikes. This one is considered as big trike. Here we mount the Rotax 582 engine or the RMZ 500, and we're talking about 50 or 65 horsepower of thrust. And
Now that's what
these-
I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. And these are the ones, there are very few in America, and I would strongly recommend these for the really heavy hitters, for the top guns, because this one is really fun. Here you can drop out of the sky like from 4 or 5 meters, so very high. If you lose energy in your wing and you just slam down, this is gonna make you laugh. This thing is the Trojan horse. And then we have the Luna. The Luna Trike comes in 2 models. The Luna, just Luna is our top of the range, the creme de la creme trike, mounts Rotax. And then we have the Luna Light, which is the lighter version. So kind of a stripped down Luna just to fit within a certain weight limit range that we have here in Europe.
Does the Luna not have a cage over the top of it?
No, as you see, we call this the wing profile. It has really a wing profile cage, which looks really nice, but we do say that it is dangerous.
Yeah.
So,
What is the size? I mean, what if I'm obviously I'm going to have to put this in a trailer or on a flatbed. How big is this? So what size am I looking to get for a trailer flatbed to carry this?
this one, only the legs in the back, they can fold up like a Star Wars ship.
I see that there, right in right over here. That's very
But
cool.
it is quite long. It is long. It has a very low center of gravity, so you would need a trailer behind your car. But rolling up with the trailer with that one on the back, people are gonna, they're gonna drop their jaws for sure.
It is sexy. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, on YouTube we have a special edition orange one, which is very nice.
That's great. Couple questions here in the chat. So one from your favorite female American pilot, Leah. She says, can you get the Viterati Cosmos on a foot launch unit?
Yes. It's meant to be very competitive to the Tor 250. So that with that in mind, it should also be suitable for foot launch and trike.
You know, we have something in common. She's my favorite female American pilot too. I love her.
I must say, I don't know many American female pilots, but
she's awesome.
She's awesome. Yeah.
She's that damn good. Craig Taylor, I mentioned him earlier. He has a question and he wants to know, and maybe this is the thing you weren't allowed to share. He says, do you know when the, wait, I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh, the Vito Cosmos will be released to the US.
I have flown it. We have it in our airfield. It had passed all the testing from Viterati. So they are currently working on the first batch. But dates for that is unknown. In 2 weeks, they're going to open their new factory because they have just moved. They're actually moving this summer holiday to a larger place because they are growing so much and they are developing a new, not new, but they're developing, let's say.
I do want to thank 2 people. I just noticed I haven't been watching my chat because I've been watching everything else here. So I just want to take a second and thank John Wayne, who donated $9.99 to the show, and Linda Anderson, who donated $10. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Here's a question, and that just came in. Can you discuss approximate price points?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
Pricing. Give us an idea for pricing, or who should we discuss that with?
Yeah, so for the American market, we have Aviator PPG, which is ready. They are ready to take any kind of inquiries or give any kind of pricing.
You know, and just Aviator just put something here in the chat. Again, I haven't even been watching the chat the whole show. I've just been engaged in everything you're saying. And and looking at all the products. But Aviator just put, he said to Nick in specific, send an email or check out our website. I'm sure he'll be able to get back to you as soon as possible. There you go.
Yeah. I'm in daily contact with the Aviator staff, so they are up to date for the latest, whatever is needed.
Yep. Yeah. And like you said, if you should have an accident or something is needed, they've got a good stock of backup product there as well.
Yeah.
So,
and even in worser case, we have a drop shipment, which would be max 3 days.
That's great. That's great. Did I miss any questions from the chat, guys? I know, even though it's almost 4 a.m. in Italy, Navid said he would be willing to stay on for a little bit in the after show and answer anybody else's questions if they have any. Certainly, if anybody, well, I won't say that. But yeah, I mean, if you like Craig, or if anybody else has any, and you want to come in and give a little testimony, you're welcome to do that as well. What do you think? You had mentioned before, there's not too much that, paramotors are pretty simple. Electric is the next thing. Do you see anything else coming out down the road as far as new products, as far as the paramotor itself, or more different styles of trikes?
So what we are seeing is that paramotoring is so accessible to everyone today, with all the schools around, with all the distribution of products, that it is for sure growing, and we have to continue developing. But what we see is that safety is of course high, but then it needs to be simplified. So I saw once a commercial from Heinz ketchup. They said, we can't improve our recipe, but we did improve the bottle. So at Fly Products, we try to simplify and make the product better for the client, for the pilot, for the customer. But if it changes the trust or things like that, not really. But we do make it that you can break it down easier, you can build it up, or you don't forget. Like, we are working on a toolless foldable trike.
What is it?
So a toolless. You don't need tools to break it down.
Okay. Wow.
Like, it's not rocket science, but it is a small step forward, and it's contributing to the pilot, kind of. That's the things we're looking at.
Okay. There's a person that just made a $4.99 donation, James Sutherland, and he is exclusively a trike flyer. And James, take a look at Fly Products for your next trike, buddy. You're gonna be happy. I'll tell you this: when I was out at in Michigan this past week, my buddy Justin Fox, who is one of the trainers, owners of Fly My PPG, he had his daughter there. She's 12 years old, and watching the smile on her face as her daddy took her up in a flash cruiser, man, it hits you right here. There's me personally, God, my family, and Paramotors. So to be able to combine all three together, wow. I mean, it's a dream come true. So thank you.
Yeah. The beautiful thing with Trike is that you can share it. You can share it with people.
Yeah.
Are you saying I got to buy a trike now?
Got to get a family now.
I've got so much equipment. Now we're talking another glider, a trike, another trailer for the trike. Does it end?
Aviator says Navid might be the most beautiful paramotor pilot who trained as a instructor at Aviator.
And who would the other one be? Pasquale? Have anyone seen Pasquale? He had the hair of, like, I mean, even the guys in the room, when he comes in, they go like, alpha male, okay, wow. Like, you have the hair of a Lion King.
I got a little testimonial here. I just read. Robert Byler writes, using the Foxy, loving it, folds and fits behind the seat in my minivan. Wow, that's awesome. And then Mike Brennan, let's see, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. Navid was my instructor.
Yeah.
Dave, I just saw in the internal chat, man, the Fly product giveaway that you're giving away your trike. Oh man, I'll get the wheel going, man. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is awesome.
Cool. So he was my he was my instructor when I was at Aviator earlier this year. My first flight ever on a Paramotor was with him. I have a Flash with the Thor now, and I really like it.
Yeah, I remember we came in at sunset, and the staff was a little bit upset because we came in so late. But I remember, hi Mike Brennan, I remember we came in on the runway. The sun had already set, but it was still glowing, that orange glow kind of. And we saw all the lights of the runway, and that was one romantic moment I remember with Mike. It was super nice.
Oh, magical, man.
Yeah. Good times.
Well, I mean, Navid, is there anything else we haven't covered?
Fly products, coming back to the brand and our products, I would say before people buy their gear, try to look around and try to understand the big brands, because Fly Products is one of the big brands, and the equipment is full of features. And what we have very good for the Paramotors is our pivot arms. And we make our own harness that, in my opinion, has a very good weight shifting.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. I noticed that too. It felt like the weight shift. I was really able to get into it too.
Yeah. And also we think it's important not just to get into it and get stuck in there like your grandma's sofa or couch, but you should also be able to get out. And that's what you can do with ours. And also we have a little bit larger pivot arms. So we are a little bit different from others. And once you understand that, I know as when I was a beginner, I know that you only know the equipment you that you fly on. And you might feel connected to your instructor, so you might feel connected to buying his gear. But for your next Paramotors, stay open and try new things.
I know that not everybody has the opportunity to get down to Lake Wales to see a fly product at Aviator, but there's a lot of people that do have fly products. Like I said, up at Fly My PPG, Travis Burns with One Up Adventures also. Then you've got people like we just mentioned here, and I know that I'm going to be doing quite a bit of review on mine, just because I already stand behind it, just from experiencing it a couple of times and really falling in love with the product. So it's something, anybody that knows me for the last 2 years knows that I speak from the heart, and I try to share because I want everybody to either fly safely or fly products or stay away from people that might scam you. So I'll go out of my way to bring those truths to light. So it's a great product. There's a lot of great products out there too. I have nothing.
Yeah.
My Parajet, I just really have taken to the fly products and the versatility that the Flash Cruiser allows me to have, and making all my dreams come true. So I'm very excited about that. I do have a question here from Yankee Paramotor, who I'm going to be flying with this weekend. I'm so excited to see you, Todd. Is there a good flying area? Oh, what the heck? Why are you posting this in here? Is there okay. Is there a good flying area near, I'm supposed to pronounce this, Grotamar?
Where is that?
Hometown. It says Fly Products hometown. Grotamar?
Okay, it must, no. Grottamare.
Grotamare.
Yes.
Grotamare. I was pronouncing it very English.
Okay, no, so for everyone that is watching this live and everyone that will watch it later on, we invite everyone to come to Grottamare to do a factory visit. We always invite people, like it's warm, although I'm Swedish, I do become a little bit Italian. We invite everyone, very warm culture. And 20 minutes north from our factory, we have our Paramotor Center. It's an airfield. And there you can even try the equipment from the Paramotors to the Trikes. And our sites, flying sites, we are the airfield is 3 minutes from the shore, from the Adriatic Sea. And it's about 1 hour and 15 minutes to the mountain chain, Appenine chain. and in between there you have all the kind of hills that you know from the Italian movies with the vineyards going up and
Wow.
all that. So it's a very nice scenery to fly close to Fly Products.
I can't
And
I want to get out there. I
yeah,
really-
no, please come.
I
I
really
know now it might be hard, but you all get how is it called? Now I missed the word.
What's that? The holiday?
No. Like
You'll
when you
get the good treatment.
no, not a whole pass. It's another pass card, not a green card.
Passport?
No, rain check. Rain check. That's the word I was looking for. You all get rain checks that when the corona is over, you come here and we fly together.
We I will say this, Aviator just put a comment. They are so if anybody's been following Aviator, they are doing a family trip. They're also training in Virginia right now, but they're going to be traveling all over the country. And they do have their Fly Products gear with them. So if you follow them on Facebook, you probably will be able to see where they're at, and you may be able to send Eric a private message and hook up with him so you can get to see the Fly Products right firsthand. That would be great. I've got okay, I'll get two more questions in here. The first question from Tony: how far is that from Naples?
That is about Fly Products is about I would say 3 hours from Naples.
Okay. Last
Yeah.
question I'm going to ask here live. Well, and that's going to be from Craig, and that's going to be, and then we'll go into the after show. Eric, if you can make in the after show as a distributor, that'd be awesome, because I'm sure a lot of people might have more questions for you. Obviously, some Eric may not be able to answer if he doesn't have the information right in front of him. He is on vacation too, in a way too. So if you can't make it, that's all right too. But certainly, as a distributor of Fly Products, reach out to Aviator, and Eric did put the link up there earlier of where you can be. Craig asks, can you tell us your thoughts on the ballistic rescue for the bigger trike?
Oh, so today I saw a video, or no, yesterday, because here it's so early. I saw a video with the breaking wing, just broke in half on the Paramotor Facebook forum,
Yeah.
which is terrible. And then I just thought, man, if they just had a ballistic to use at that time, they could probably survive that. So ballistic exists in two ways. One is you have pneumatic, and one is ballistic, just kind of with a spring-loaded launched rescue chute for the trikes. They weigh about 10 to 15 kilograms, so that is 20 to 30 pounds. But that is something you mount behind or under the trike, and just a pull of a button, a pull of a cord, it will shoot out and save your life. So for trikes, I strongly recommend that.
Is
And
that
Fly
something you
Products.
offer?
Yeah, we offer two brands, which is Comelli, which is an Italian brand, and they also do rescues for ultralight airplanes. And now they are certifying one for helicopters. And the other one is a German brand, Junkers. So these are the two brands that we can sell. But for small trikes, such as Foxy and the Flash Cruiser, if you fly single seater, then I would say that you can also use a hand launched one, a manual rescue. But I would maybe, to be safe, when you fly with two people, you're heavier and slower in everything, and it can get a little bit worse, I guess. Then having a ballistic one or a pneumatic would help a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean safety first, because we want to fly tomorrow.
I like that idea.
And currently, and in the future, in a future lineup, we are doing experiments and tests with integrating a ballistic in the pilot harness on our trikes. So that is something to come in the next years.
Navid, thank you so very much for being here tonight. Thank your wife for allowing you to get up. Thank your son for helping get you up. And
thank you guys.
Go in late to work tomorrow and get some sleep.
Well, I think actually I will leave after this. I'll just have a cold shower and go to work.
There you go. All right.
probably.
So I did put the codes in the chat. If you'd like to join for the after show, you can. Any last thoughts from you, Navid? Where actually, Craig Taylor, if you wouldn't mind just putting in flyproducts.com in the chat, if anybody is interested in looking more at the website that I was showing. Again, if you're interested in learning more or purchasing any of the Fly products, Aviator, Paramotor is where you check out. There you go.
And also, I would like to add to that, if there are any questions, like technical questions or people wanting to come visit or whatever, my email address is Navid, which is my name, at flyproducts.com. And if people would ask technical questions, I would then also put Aviator in copy so that they will be updated. But if you need any information from the headquarters, please feel free. And we will always keep you in touch with Aviator as well. But when we can, we will definitely help you.
There you go.
And our slogan is "Come fly with us."
We want to.
Please do.
That's some offer.
Yeah, actually, Leah Castello.
Catullo.
Catulo.
There you go.
Man, poor woman.
I'm going to call her Castillo from now on, though.
Well, she has family coming from Grottamare.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe she's far family of Fly products.
I think so.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for coming, Navid.
Sit tight for just a second, Navid. We're going to go into the after show. And
yes.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. Next week,
thank you.
What did I say? Larry DeChico from Para Orange is going to be talking about his accident, what caused it, what could have prevented it, and how you can keep yourself safe as well. So tune in next Wednesday night. Did I say Sunday night? Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then as well, you've got Trike Flyer Friday night for his After Dark in 2 nights. We will see you then, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
And we may be going off the air. Hold on. I'll let you know.